So we're here at Muscogee Mountain Bike Trails over in Cantonment, Florida. This is like parking lot 1. There's a little interesting little skills skinny thing over here. They're working on some more stuff. They're slowly adding stuff, you know, every week. Awesome crew around here. It's Pensacola off-road cyclists. This little jump droppy thing is pretty fun. Done it a few times successfully, a few times unsuccessfully.
Oh, I don't like where you're at. Babe, are you okay?
Why would you sit right there?
Don't make it my fault.
Well, we'll start off with a little run down this skinny. Go over and hit some trails. All right. So you could take this connector like kind of north towards a trail called Mr. Fancy Pants. Perfect little trail to start the run. Get a warm up in. Here it is, Mr. Fancy Pants. Relatively chill little trail. Good bit of little flow to start with. But then you're immediately reminded that you are in fact in Florida. And for every 10 seconds of downhill, there's a climb to be had. But Muscogee's definitely a fun spot to ride. Really pretty cool what they've been able to do with what they've got. It's a lot of fun to come out here, you know, shit, probably once a week. When I'm not at UWF, I'm here. Nice little spot, for sure. Way less pine needles to deal with than UWF. Typically less people here. Absolutely less like hikers and dog walkers and so this spot did have trouble with a lot of mud and getting washed out and stuff, so they put all these logs down. Pretty good. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I used to do a bunch of garbage vape videos, like reviews and stuff, but I've kind of moved on from that now, and I'll occasionally be putting out some mountain bike videos. If you've been around since the vape times of the channel, welcome back. I won't be talking about much vape stuff anymore. I no longer use nicotine. It's been about 8 weeks as of the filming of this video, and still holding strong. Don't get me wrong, I think there's definitely a place in the world for vaping. I fully support it. I smoked cigarettes for 7 years, then vaped on and off for 7, and I think now I finally kicked the nick. So, But all you vape subscribers from back in the day, thanks for checking in. And if you want to stick around to see some probably pretty awful mountain bike videos, feel free, stick around. Drop a comment below, let me know where you're watching from. Yeah, this last part of Mr. Fancy Pants is basically all back up, so not my favorite, but good little trail nonetheless. Have you ever been to Muscogee mountain bike trails? Are you thinking about coming? Definitely shoot me a line and I can give you some pointers or tips or whatever. It's not a bad place to ride, especially if you make time to stop in Pensacola to ride Muscogee and UWF. You could easily get like a full day minimum, probably more like 2 days if you want to ride everything. And that's it. That concludes our trip on Mr. Fancy Pants. Now you can run this connector over towards like the north side of the trail system. There's a couple little berms along the way, like so. And you've also got a little drop here with a couple options. Then you take a right on this connector. Woo! Little trip through the woods, some sand, some roots. Ugh, wrong gear. Wrong gear. Yep. Then you go up this way. Some of this will be hike-a-bike. So I'll see you in a second. So this is the second parking lot, further north on that access road. And from here you have quick access to Petrified Forest, the jumping connector and ship's timber and overzealous monkey, and then into river shadow. But then that takes you back to what I would call southern Muscogee. So that's the entrance to Petrified Forest. Not gonna hit that today. We're gonna head down here to the jumping connector real quick. So at this intersection, you can take a right for the jumping connector. Also to your left and to your right, once you're facing this way, there are two different entrances for the wall ride at the bottom of this hill. There it is. Ate it pretty hard on that thing the other day. Yep, that burped the front tire real bad and just completely ate it. No good, overcooked it. Had low front tire pressure. At the time, I knew better. Went for it. Didn't work out. So let's try it again with proper tire pressure. What do you say? Drop in. Much better. Now let's go in this direction. If you've seen a previous video out here called Striking Stumps, you see me eat it pretty hard going in this direction simply by putting my pedal down at the wrong time right there on those stumps. No bueno. It was a bad day. Oh. And you can take that spot directly into ship's timber. Let's do it. Did I just drop my chain? Or what? Or did some stuff get in my derailleur? I lost all momentum. Alright. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, this is all messed up. Oh, Lord. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yep. This run is ruined. Let's try and get our momentum back up, people. Let's do it. Hi-yow. This climb. Sometimes it gets me. Sometimes it gets me. Not today. Not today. Ah! Spoke too soon. Woo! Still working on the old endurance, you know? Also working on learning how to change gears. I'll get there one day. Oh yeah. Definitely had better runs than this on the old ship's timber. And there you have it. Ship's timber. So we took the connector around to the entrance of River Shadow. Let's give it a run. Whoa. Lord, I'm terrible at this. You know what? Terrible. Oh yeah, there used to be a wall ride right there, you know? So I've only really been biking as of the recording of this video for about 4 months, you know, unless you count sticking around as a kid, you know. I've never really been on any trails until about 4 months ago. Bought this bike like 6 weeks ago or so now. I'm not sure. Got it at Cycle Sports in Pensacola. I'm not affiliated with them in any way. They had what I wanted in stock, and that's where I bought it. It was a really bad time to buy a bike during the great bike shortage of 2020. But I got really lucky. This thing is perfect for what I wanted at the price point I needed it at. It is a specialized fuse 27.5 plus. It's got the 1x11 Shimano Dior, the dropper, hydraulic brakes. Pretty solid. So far, the only thing that's limiting me is my ability, not my bike. But in these 4 or so months I've been riding, I'm coming up pretty close on the 500-mile mark. Most of that within the last 6 weeks of owning the Shelby here. Yes, I named it. Her name is Grace Shelby. Does your bike have a name? Let me know in the comments. Also, how long have you been riding? It'd be good to hear from some of y'all that are watching. Let me know what I could do to make better videos. Any sweet trail systems I need to go hit up and film out, because I am down to travel. Lucky enough to have a pretty flexible work schedule. Pretty much off every morning. And I have a little camper van. I can throw the bike in the back and a mattress. Take a 2-day trip. Just about anywhere within, I'd say, 10, 12 hours of Pensacola. High on my list is the Bentonville area. Lots of spots in Alabama and Georgia. Pisgah is within striking distance. I've done Santos and Alafaya here in Florida. I really want to go back to those. They're great. But I want to hear what you think. Where should I go next? So yeah, honestly, some of the best stuff of River Shadow is the beginning there. A lot of this is a climb back up. All right. No. Oh, I didn't clear it. Boo. Huh. All right, and that is just about it for River Shadow. I don't know if you count this last piece as part of the trail, but I'm gonna walk it. Yep. And I'll see you at the Squirrel. So this is Secret Squirrel. I always recommend coming and walking it first, whether you've ridden it or not. I've had sticks down on this, coming in hot and barely making over it. I've had a water moccasin laying in the middle. I've had piles and piles of pine needles and leaves right here that you slip out on. Oh, that's not how you do it. You never know. And with a feature like this, I mean, there's a couple ways to hurt yourself. Woo-hoo-hoo! So it's not a bad idea to come and walk it. You know? Never a bad idea to make sure everything looks good before you drop in, right? Am I right? Looks good to me. Let's send it. Oh, that's not how you do it. That's not how you do it at all. I panicked. And now it's harder to start from right here. So I don't know what the hell I was doing. Lord have mercy. It's like it's my first time. That's bad, y'all. I might need to start over. This is awful. Golly, I'm gonna kill myself. Okie dokie. This is never fun. Oh Lord. Okay. Let's try again from the top. All right. Take two. Woo. We made it out alive, y'all. Well, maybe not quite yet. Now that we got those jitters out of the way, let's ride it a couple more times. A little more confidently, maybe. So after you've sessioned Secret Squirrel a couple times, it's always an okay idea to come back up to the top of this run here. You can go as far as you want, or you can just run from where Squirrel and River Shadow exit. But I like to take this little bomb down to the river and just enjoy nature for a second. So let's do that now. Surfing on sand, buddy. Oh, there's a bunch of garbage down here. So yeah, there's the river. So once you've had enough of the river, you gotta make this climb back up. So back up we go. Won't be setting any records on this climb. So once you finish the climb back up from the river, you can take a right here. There's a connector that will take us around back to the south half of Muscogee. So let's do that now. Coming up right here is a nice little segment called Shane's Trail, aka Serpent Tail. Serpent Tail. Serpent Tail. Fun short little run here. Kind of takes you to the same place that connector would, but with more style. You know? Ooh, sand surfing. So that was Serpent's Tail. Starting to run out of time here. So I think we will loop around to this connector and head on up to the van. I appreciate you riding with me today. As always, feel free to subscribe if you want to see more videos. Hit that like button if you enjoyed these couple of miles we spent together today. And I'll see you next time. Take it easy. It's a good thing I decided to leave when I did, because the fire guys are here to start a prescribed burn on the trail area. So, pretty good timing, huh? Yeah. See you later.